Son of a
Glitch.
Megaman X. Long regarded as an SNES classic, this Mega Man outing is going to need more than a few upgrades to fix these glitches. So let's kick things off with the very first stage naturally, or more specifically the cutscene at the end of it. Now just for some context, here's what's supposed to happen. Vile comes down in a ride armor, knocks down X's energy, grabs him, and tells him he sucks. Then Zero comes out of nowhere to save the day. But if you can manage to destroy the last of these cars, lose all X's energy and initiate the cutscene with Vile, something funny will happen. But not that. That just looks painful. Although, after that, the cutscene will play out as if X was still in the scene, even to the point of Vile firing projectiles at him. Then he'll grab him and begin monologuing, but then the game will softlock and you're unable to do anything but reset the game. I guess this whole thing was over before it had truly begun, huh? Here's one of the more famous glitches in Mega Man X. In Flame Mammoth stage, you can get above the stage as a slightly quicker way of getting to the end. To do this, jump on these robot heads that fall down and then jump from them up to the huge pipes they fall from. You're able to wall jump at the sides of these pipes and that will enable you to get above the stage. Once you're up here, just keep heading to the right, making sure not to fall back into the stage below by falling into the other pipes along the way. At the very top of the screen, you can see X's feet to gauge where you are. To the right, you'll see a glitched out sub-tank where the game hasn't had the opportunity to load the correct sprites. It's here you'll hit a wall that stops you from making any progress, but you're able to keep wall jumping to carry on with the rest of the stage. Once over this wall, if you dash jump by pressing the dash button and then the jump button immediately after, you can make it over to this part of the stage. Everything looks very green. Oh, and also, the enemies are invisible, which is just the best, isn't it? No. When you make it to the other side of this room, things return to normal and less green, I guess. Now for one of my favorite glitches in the game, which happens in Storm Eagle stage and adopted the name the Magic Carpet Ride. And I think you can see why. To get this glitched platform, you'll first need to have Boomerang Cutter and also the leg upgrade. At the beginning of Storm Eagle stage, make your way to the top of the moving platforms and then from here, dash jump to the left to make it to this green platform with the heart tank. What you do next is very specific in order for this glitch to work. Firstly, make sure you're using the boomerang and now have the heart tank just slightly on screen like this. Then when in position, do a small jump and on the way back down to the ground, fire off a boomerang and immediately head to the right and dash off the platform. Quickly hold left to slide down the wall and then jump to the right, and here's where things get tricky. You need to have this part of the green platform to the left still on screen when the boomerang catches up with you, and if so, now just hold right on the D-pad. If you do this correctly, a platform should spawn attached to the boomerang. Here's the glitch in full so you get an idea of the timing involved. Hopefully now you'll have this glitched platform trying to catch up with you, which continuously follows your every move. This glitch uses what's called a phantom grab, and what happens is, when you grab the heart tank and hold right, on the next frame the platforms over to the right of the stage spawn. Grabbing an item using the boomerang at the same time off-screen objects spawn causes the game to think that that object is attached to the boomerang. Using this, we can get this platform to become stuck to the boomerang and follow us around the stage. And this can help us break the stage in a number of ways, like screwing up the background sprites and destroying the sky completely. Similar to what happened in Flame Mammoth stage, moving beyond a load point, the game loses track of you, and the background sprites can end up with glitched colors and also more invisible enemies. By moving upwards and to the right slightly in the correct way, you can get the background to do this. Okay, I think I'm gonna throw up. Generally, this just has glitched effects on a lot of stage elements, but by far the coolest thing about this glitch is you can use it to travel to the end of the stage. By dashing off the platform and then repeatedly jumping on the side of it like this, you can ride the platform horizontally. Slower jumps mean you'll ascend slightly each jump, but jumping rapidly by mashing the jump button should help you maintain horizontal flight. Using this glitch, you can pretty much skip the entire stage, so it's a very useful glitch, not to mention it's fun to mess around with. You'll lose the glitch if the platform goes above the screen, where it will come back down to earth and become a somewhat normal platform. And you'll also lose the glitch if you don't fly high enough over this part of the stage, so that's something else to bear in mind. Moving on, here are a ton of glitches you can do in Boomerang Kawunga's stage. During the part of the stage with the elevator and the spiked walls, take damage from an enemy and then stand directly underneath the floating platforms with the spikes on the bottom. X will just clip straight through them without getting squashed, something that would usually occur if he so much as touches them any other way. Also, if you jump at the spikes on the side and then tap jump again while you take damage, the health bar won't register the hit. Just some buggy hit detection glitch, but very strange either way. Still in this area, when the elevator stops at the top and you can move to the right, quickly head left and then jump up the spiked wall like this. It's possible to get stuck in the wall, but there is a way out of this situation. Hopefully you have the shotgun ice weapon and the upgrades necessary to create the ice sleds. Charge up and fire off the ice shotgun to the right, and when it creates the ice sled, X will be pushed a small amount in the same direction. Repeat this step again, but firing ice shotgun left, and now you'll be able to get out of the wall. This will have a knock-on effect to some of the stage sprites, like this cannon platform which is now the wrong color, but this will fix itself as you move up the stage. Using shotgun ice on ladders can also be used to push X inside walls and floors. Just keep charging up and firing in the opposite direction you want to go and you'll be pushed along in small increments. It's a completely useless glitch, but it can have some unexpected results, like bypassing this door in the sky stage and then falling to our deaths in a strange way. Well, that was pleasant. Or it can be used just to get stuck inside a wall. Yep, that's a reset right there. There is one way the ice sleds can be of use though. On Sigma Stage 3, at the very beginning before you enter the Armored Armadillo Refight, there's a way to skip it completely. Before going in the door, charge up a shotgun ice shot, and then once it's ready, fire it off about here. Now quickly move into the place that it spawns in and it should push X towards the door, but the camera won't adjust to its correct position. This will cause the following room to load incorrectly, and thus Armored Armadillo will fail to show up. You can see that the game's camera stays low by the huge black void at the bottom of the screen. This now means you can go through the room and progress through the stage without having to waste time on the fight. But if you want to have a little fun, perform the glitch and then once in the room, jump anywhere in that area and Armadillo will show up. When you leave the boss room, his sprite will become a glitchy mess as it loads more enemies in the area. Not only does he now look a bit off, you can also take cheap shots at him using homing missiles. Who's the maverick now, huh? There are a ton of ways to mess with the way sprites load in this game. For instance, if you use the boomerang on this heart tank in the tower stage, then dash off the edge and fall away down, press the start button and then hopefully the sprite for the heart tank will become glitched and fall to the ground. Or in Armadillo stage, when you ride the final minecart, it shoots you off the ramp. Then if you land on the other side, the cart pushes you off the edge and you'll have a few frames where you can jump from the side of the cart to the wall and then jump back to the top. When you reach the top, all the enemy sprites will be glitched as they unloaded when you reach the other section of the stage. You're never intended to come back here after going off the ramp, so the game loads the right sprites but the wrong color palette. In the same stage, if you have the Hadouken upgrade, whilst riding the minecart, fire one off and then charge up a fully upgraded buster shot. Now with the Hadouken still flying along on screen, release the fully charged shot and then you'll get this glitched effect. This most likely has something to do with the amount of available sprites allowed on screen at any one time. Instead of loading the purple sprites that would usually be used, it takes the already loaded Hadouken sprite and uses that. Pretty glitchy looking. In Sigma Stage 1 you have this cutscene with Vile and Zero before you go into a boss fight with Vile in his ride armor. And it's here we can use a wall jump to skip this whole sequence of events to glitch the game out. On the final ladder before the cutscene kicks in, hold left and jump and X should behave like he's on a wall. By pressing both the A and B buttons together and jumping left off the wall, you can avoid the cutscene trigger which needs X to be on the ground. Then jumping from the left wall over to the right, you'll go through the door and onto the next room. It's here the game will begin the cutscene from the previous room, but now the game has no idea what's going on. As soon as you're able to move, dash jump to the right and then wall jump up to the top platform and leave this room as quickly as possible. If you already have low energy, switch to rolling shield and fire one off. This should skip another set of dialogue boxes and begin the boss fight immediately. While this is going on, more text should appear on screen in the background. And things should soon return to normal once Zero destroys Vile's ride armor. Now this is great for speedruns as it skips a lot of unnecessary chat, but you can also get slightly glitchier results depending on your timing. Once you're in the second room, as soon as you can move, dash jump and quickly jump up to the top platform to head for the door, but make sure the first dialogue box is still open like this. Then don't press anything but right on the D-pad and make your way to the boss fight. When a new dialogue box appears, press B to cancel Zero's text that's already on screen and then hold down the B button to get through the text quickly. The dialogue box will disappear, but the cursor will still be flashing in the background while X gets a beat down. I'll just put you there. Once X's energy is low, the cutscene will continue, but now Zero has broken free and is just floating. What even is physics, though? And then his head appears on screen, also floating. I'm sensing a theme here. Then Zero will go on to destroy Vile's ride armor as usual, but wait, suddenly he's a ninja. Okay. And then he blows up and yep, still a golden ninja. From here, things behave relatively normal, only Vile's dialogue box sprite just hangs out in the background even when he's been killed off. He lives on as a face in a box. And finally, here's a random glitch with the end credits. If you use this password, it'll give you all the upgrades and heart tanks, plus you'll have beaten all the Mavericks. But what it doesn't give you is the leg upgrade to dash, so now make your way through all the Sigma stages and finish the game, which is no easy feat without the dash, but it's doable. Once the credits roll, you'll get to the point where all the characters in the game are shown on screen. Now bear in mind we finished the game with no leg upgrade, despite the fact that here X can clearly be seen with the leg upgrade. So now X will charge up a shot, dash forward, and oh, where are his legs? Well, this is just, since the game cannot be finished legitimately without the leg upgrade and we use the password to bypass it altogether, the game does this and X loses his legs. I sure hope they come back for the next game, cause you know, movement and the sort. Anyway, those were some strange and wonderful glitches you guys can try out in Megaman X. And if you like this episode, hit that like button, share it with everyone you know and love, but most importantly, please subscribe if you want to see more from the series. Head over to the Facebook page for the show. I post updates and sneak peeks to upcoming episodes and keep you guys in the know about all things Son of a Glitch. Or you can follow me on Twitter and keep updated that way. Go on, try it, if you want to.